The townland of Ballyronan is situated on the shores of Lough Neagh in mid-Ulster, and the local vintage club, with a keen interest in farming ways of old, are demonstrating how working the land was in their fathers' and grandfathers' time. This club has been going for 10 years and has a membership of 30. The club chairman is Frank Bigmore. By the 1940s, better-off farmers had progressed to working their land with tractors, and here Paddy McKenna from Maghera is demonstrating ploughing with a Ford Ferguson 9N. First produced in 1939, this tractor amazed neighbouring farmers with how much ground it could plough in a day, compared to the slow method of ploughing with the horses. It wasn't long before they too had purchased one, and the days of the horses on farms were soon gone forever. Development and marketing of the 9N began in 1938, and it is said that there was just a handshake, a gentleman's agreement, between Harry Ferguson and Henry Ford. For vintage tractor enthusiasts over the past years, the Harry Ferguson story has been well documented. But in recent times, many new facts have come up about this fascinating story that are well worth repeating. Henry Ford, a long-time car manufacturer in America, was quick to spot the ingenious invention of Ferguson's three-linkage system. Invented as far back as 1919 by Harry Ferguson and Willie Sands from Lisburn, the Ferguson system made the tractor and plough one unit. Before this, ploughs were pulled behind the tractors, and often when the plough struck a large tree root or a large stone, the plough would stop, the tractor would pull on, often tipping over backwards and killing the driver. One farming magazine in America listed the names of over 100 drivers killed when their Fordsons turned over. The Ferguson system was able to cure this problem, for by adding a top link between the tractor and the plough, it forced the weight of a sudden impact onto the front rather than the rear of the tractor. By the end of World War II, the handshake agreement between the two tractor tycoons was on shaky ground. Henry Ford claiming that he was losing money, and by 1947 had started to build a Ford tractor. A big lawsuit followed over copyright, and Ferguson was awarded over £9 million, a massive amount of money in those days. Harry Ferguson came back to England and started to build the TE20, the TE meaning Tractor England. In 1948, a staggering 57,000 tractors were produced at the Banner Lane factory in Coventry. This is the tractor known and loved the world over as the wee grey Fergie. Tractors nowadays have come a long way since the Ford Ferguson, but oddly enough the hydraulic linkage system is still the same as that invented almost 90 years ago. Frank Bigmore is operating with a 1963 Fordson Super Major and a 3-furrow Ferguson plough. The name Fordson, meaning Ford and Son, took a new turn here in 1945 with the introduction of the first Fordson Major. By all means a modern tractor compared with the slow, cumbersome Fordson N. By the late 1940s, the Major was a state-of-the-art powerful tractor with a 4-cylinder diesel engine producing 56 horsepower, a high and a low gearbox with 6 forward and 2 reverse gears. Between the years 1961 and 1964, Fordson produced the Super Major, similar to the one which Frank is working with here. This tractor had a fuel injection system, and the horsepower had now increased to 69. One very important feature was that it was easy to start, even on the coldest mornings. Frank bought this tractor 5 years ago from Dan McMullen from Risharkin, and turning over 3 furrows at a time, he would be quite capable of ploughing 6 acres in a day.